Hello and welcome to the Dream is Real podcast. This is the place if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in New York real estate. Before we get started, make sure that you like, you share, subscribe, turn on your notifications. You don't want to miss an episode as we keep bringing you great content. I'm excited about today. We get to know you a little bit more. We are with David Harrison, who is one of the newest members of the Dream Select Realty team. Welcome, David.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Let's go prior to real estate. What was David doing?
Prior to real estate, I've had numerous jobs. One I stuck with is security and managing a store.
Okay. What type of store?
I'm managing PC Richard & Son.
Oh, okay. Great. Well, big part of any home purchase is following up with the appliances after that, right?
Yeah, man. And, TVs, mattresses, things like that.
Awesome. So why real estate? What drew you into the business, maybe besides LeVar putting you in a headlock?
Yeah, that and then, just talking with other people throughout my time being at PC Richards and talking to other people. Luckily, I ran into LeVar and he brought some daylight into it and made it simple as a transition. So I'm interested in real estate and taking it to the next step.
So what did you see about the industry itself, whether it be income potential, the ability to manage your own time? What was it that attracted you to real estate itself?
Well, number one is, for me, is going to be time. Like I'm trying to get back my time. Like working for 2 jobs or a place like that. You don't have as much free time that you want. So I'm looking at real estate as a way to get back my time and increase my income to do things that I want to do.
Awesome. Tell us about you personally. What are you passionate about?
Right now I'm passionate about staying in shape, health conscious, hanging more with my family, spending time with them, making those moments really important.
Are you a homeowner who is looking to expand your home so you have enough space for everything you need in your home? Or do you want to renovate because the interior just doesn't work for your needs anymore? Or are you someone who's looking for a property, but nothing that you've been looking at really fits what you need? Well, my name is Catherine Serrano Sosa. I'm the founder of Rooted Architecture Studio, and I can help you bring those renovations and adjustments to life. At Rooted Architecture Studio, we focus on creating meaningful, inclusive, client-centric designs for homeowners and investors. We walk you through the whole process of designing construction and making sure that you understand what's going on, but take away all the layers so you can sit back and just focus on the deliverables of what we're designing. We make sure that your non-negotiables are integrated and your wants and needs are integrated to the best of our abilities. So if you are looking to do anything that I just discussed or just have ideas that you might want to talk about what the possibilities may be, give us a call and reach out through social media as well, and we'll be happy to help you. And if you're looking for a new property, make sure to connect with Dream Select Realty. They're the right people to help you find the right property for you and make sure that your needs are integrated. Or if we're renovating, we can all collaborate together to bring that vision to life.
This podcast, The Dream is Real, the whole concept around it is to share with people that the dream of home ownership is real. But for those who are looking to get into the real estate industry, right, it is a very rewarding industry, and it does give the opportunity for that. It's one of the biggest purchases that anyone will ever make, and I think what we established here, and probably what drew you as well, was the commitment to the client aspect, the client focused aspect to what we're doing here. So tell us a little bit about the process of becoming an agent. What was that like?
Oh, that process was pretty fun. For me, it was something new and challenging. I was taking courses. I think I took a 9-day course. I believe it was like a 77-hour course that I took through Zoom.
Oh, so you did the 9-day straight through days.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Because I was with working 2 jobs. I took a vacation to take that and bang it out as fast as I could. They were offering two types of courses, as a nighttime and a daytime, and I opted for the daytime.
Yeah, the daytime allows you to get through it faster, right?
Yeah, and it was pretty interesting. My class was about 30 people in it, which is honestly is actually small compared to what they normally are. So I learned a lot in a short amount of time.
I think there was over 60 in the one that I had taken.
Yeah, so like my class was like half yours, and
Right.
it was pretty good because it was involved and kept me engaged. 'Cause,
Yeah, I elected to go the nights because the nights that was more the time that I had, quite frankly, had available. Working all throughout the day, and yeah, that was over like a 6 week period.
Yeah.
So if I had the break, I would have loved to have taken the during the day. And if you're listening now and you're thinking about going through and taking the test. There is also a self
yeah,
program.
self-paced
Self-paced, that's the way, yeah.
program that you can take as well. I just opted to do the Zoom class because it just kept you engaged.
What was nice about the Zoom class was that, first of all, I think we probably went the same, but the instructor was great. I actually want to have her come on as well. But it really focused on what exactly to study, right? Because
Yes.
I began the self-paced. This is many moons ago, and going through, you're going chapter by chapter. You should know everything, right, to some degree, but you're not necessarily tested on everything. So I think what was able to be presented was, what was going to be important to kind of move the ball forward.
Yeah, because the test was like between the test, the test that they give you at the end of the Zoom class to get certified, and then the actual state test was like 75 questions.
Right.
So and it's like hundreds of pages of real estate information that you're trying to memorize, but
I
through
think
the
it's
course,
probably 25 or 30 chapters or something like
so
that,
what
right?
you need to do is be able to narrow it down, and those classes helped narrow it down a lot.
Yeah, yeah, and you again, exactly what to study. I ended up taking a kind of an additional refresher, just to make sure. But you get there, you take the test first, as David had alluded to. You basically take the school test,
Yeah.
which is proctored, right? And then you go and you take
your state test.
the New York State test. Were you nervous the day of the test?
The state test, yes, I was very nervous, but I got through it.
Awesome. Yeah, and then it took only about 5 days to when I had taken it to get the results.
It took about 3 days to get the results.
Okay.
But that still felt like a lifetime waiting on the results.
Of course, yeah.
So
Yeah, you work hard, you study, and now you're here at Dream Select. So you had shared a little bit about how you met LeVar, and since you've been here, what are some of the things that you've observed about maybe the culture that we're developing here at Dream Select?
I'm liking the culture at Dream Select. I like the closeness of and the availability of the broker, LeVar, assistant people like him, and other real estate agents that you get to work with. Like, they're able to share their experiences, their knowledge to help you. And I appreciate that a lot because I'm coming in not knowing everything on this, but being able to ask questions and not feel like I'm bothering them.
Right. Yeah, I have to ditto that. Meeting LeVar, obviously his expertise in various areas, ranging from residential to the investment side of things, and it was his not only his knowledge but his willingness to share that knowledge, and I think that really reflects here, and his how the culture he's creating. Again, we alluded to it earlier, is to be client focused, right? To perform in excellence the fiduciary responsibilities of a real estate agent with everybody that we serve. So it's definitely an exciting time here as we're expanding, as this program is expanding. What are you most optimistic about?
Selling a house and making that customer, that client, very happy, and helping them realize that their dream is real. And just helping them with the next person and keep going.
Awesome. What, if anything, has been maybe an unexpected surprise about being an agent?
Oh, well, unexpected surprise is that it's not as hard as you think. Some people have negative information that they put out there, but you don't know until you actually go into it. So as far as that, it's like it's definitely not as hard as you think it is.
What are some ways that you've tried to expedite your training and knowledge of the industry? Because, look, I'm just going to say it. You know, you study what's in the book, and then you get out, and what's in the book is important. But when you get out and you start interacting and you start doing the business itself, there's definitely an added dynamic to the actual doing of the work itself.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm going on open houses. With that, you get to meet a variety of different people that are coming to check out the open houses because they're looking to buy, and you get the chance to talk to them as a one-on-one. And for me, at that point, is a chance to meet and greet the people, and get them to join our family by buying the home.
And the adoption of the technology piece of it, how's that been for you?
It's a little bit of a learning curve as far as that with the technology part. It's been, as far as I know, it used to be a little bit tougher, but actually the technology is very helpful as far as social media and putting yourself out there.
Right. It's important to get yourself out there, right? And that's the one thing I think. You get the license and you're excited for it. You check the New York State website, you passed, and then you fill out all the information, and then it's
what's next.
Now it's what's next, right? And that's why it's important to have a good mentorship system, which we're developing here and have ongoing at Dream Select, because you as an agent just coming in, you don't know what you don't know, right? Mm-hmm. So making sure that it's good. And I know we've had several we have ongoing trainings here. One of the benefits of having this environment is we get to connect with so many people in the real estate industry that have knowledge in areas that not the agent themselves doesn't necessarily need to know, or it would take you years to learn about crawl spaces, right? But what we're trying to do is build a good network of connections so that we are able to get the answers to properly serve our clients. So give a little bit, if you can, of your go-to-market strategy. Like what's your plan as you go through? Now we're in, at the time of this recording, 2025. What's some of the ways that you are going to hit the ground and start doing business to the level that you hope?
Well, some of the ways I like to hit the ground, starting running, is with, again, like I was saying before, is like some of the open houses, getting listings, putting myself out there with my card, meeting people, letting my friends and relatives know, handing out my number and my card, ways of contact to reach me. If you're looking for a home, you can reach me through Dream Select Realty or my cell phone number and an email.
Who was the first person that you told when you passed the test?
My mom.
Your mom? That's great.
I told my mom first. I'm sorry, I might be a little bit of a mama's boy.
No, but there's nothing wrong with that.
But I told her first because it was just one of those things, she's always proud of me, but it's nice to hear it.
Yeah. Yeah, and coming from your mom, that's I don't look at that any other way. I know. I think I called my wife, and then I think my mom was shortly after that. So absolutely.
Yeah, my wife was next, but mom was the first one.
Fair enough. I'm not looking to get you in trouble here.
She was definitely the first phone call.
Yeah. Well, I was out nights, so I would go to the office and jump on the Zoom. So, my wife was holding down the fort, so I had to. Yep. I had to call her first. Anyway,
not looking to get you in trouble.
No, well, yeah, I got to cover myself over here as well. So the open houses. What was the first open house like for you?
Hi, my name is Tyrone. I'm the owner and trainer here at Fly Fitness. We work with children of all ages. Sports-specific training, soccer, basketball, lacrosse, football, you name it, we do it here. We also work with the beginner, the person that has never been in the gym before. We get you from point A, point B, and we take you through the alphabet of training. We also do rehab, ankles, back, knees, shoulders. The older we get, the more fragile we are. So those things that I just mentioned, those are things that we're definitely going to need help with. That's what we specialize in here at Fly Fitness. Come and join us.
The first open house for me it was good. It was I got to meet some clients, potential clients, and a lot of and what's funny is that the next day I didn't get to go to that open house, but the next day the people that I did meet were looking for me. So I think I made a pretty good impression on those people at the time. So that means that I was doing something right.
Absolutely. Do you feel like your experience on the retail side, which is always a meet and greet type of scenario, is beneficial for you?
Yes, I think that's one of my aces in the sleeve so far as how to approach and talk to people with sales.
What are some of the other skills you feel like you have from either professionally or just personally that you feel are going to lend to your success in real estate going forward?
Some other skills, like you said, like I was saying before, is like my salesmanship, my approachability, just the easygoing, laid back personality that I have. I tried to make the person feel comfortable, ask a couple of questions, and we go from there. And I listen.
What do you think are maybe some of the challenges that you'll need to overcome?
Patience.
Patience.
Patience. Because, it's much different in a retail setting. It's like an instant gratification. The person wants this, you hand it over to them, they got it. Good. But when selling a home, patience. Because the person is looking, but they haven't quite settled.
Right.
So being patient and having patience with the client.
Yeah, and one of the things that we cover extensively, episode by episode here on The Dream is Real, is there's a lot of moving parts to any real estate transaction. And there are a lot of things that can pop up and happen. And so patience is going to be, and you have to know that you're not alone in that, right? We all, that's a word that none of us really, well, we know it's necessary, but none of us really want to have to embrace it. But right, the trying of your patience is what makes you stronger. So in terms of overall marketing strategies and techniques, you said get out there, get your card. Are you thinking about doing any face-to-face networking?
Yes, if there's go out and knock on a couple of doors, absolutely. I like to meet a couple of people out there. I don't have a problem doing that.
Any success stories or just I know we're just getting started here, but what do you think has been? You gave a really good one a second ago in terms of people coming back and asking for you, but any other ones that you can think of?
No, not at this time.
As far as continuous learning, do you see yourself gravitating to any particular part of real estate? Whether it be staying on the residential side, commercial, the investment. Where do you see yourself diversifying yourself in the industry?
So as I was looking further into it, it's like, it's a 2-year process before you become like an associate broker. So that's going to be my next step, to looking into that as well, because I want to move from ages to keep going. I just want to see how much more I can go with this momentum that I have now.
Got it. So, for those also, because I do feel like we have a good portion of our audience that is leaning in, learning about real estate in general. It is a 77-hour course. And then there's the broker's course as well. So it's going to be back to the drawing board. So what about advice for other agents, for those that are considering getting into the real estate space?
I would say listen to your heart as far as that, and if you have questions and you want to speak to people that are like-minded as you, because if you're putting your ideas out there, you'll get some type of negative conversation. Oh, the market's this, or this is that, or if I, you know, no, you have to see for yourself, experience it for yourself, and you want to find, and hopefully you're lucky enough to find a place like Dream Select Realty that has a team and the support to help you, because that's another reason why I'm happy I'm here, because that's what I have.
Right. Like everything else, I mean, you look at every industry right now, it's changing. I mean, real estate itself has been in the news lately, and the shifting in how agents are compensated, all the way to the use of apps and AI and all the digital side of things. So it's going to be real important to stay on top of that. How do you stay on top of that?
Oh, would just keeping informed with all the new techniques and the technology that is out there. So there's training courses, there's classes in between, and using the technology that's afforded to you.
Right. Yeah, and so in terms of putting together like CMAs, is that something? I know we've got some great resources here, but is that something that you've been able to dive in and start doing some market analysis on, some opportunities?
Yeah, when you look at some of the comparisons of the houses and the houses before and what they're being sold for, yeah, because that gives you an idea of what the house that you're potentially selling to a buyer, a little bit of a foundation to go forward with getting the purchase.
Right. For those listening, a CMA is a comparative market analysis. You want to be able to pull, houses that are currently on the market, houses that have sold that are comparative, right? And then 3 that have also expired, to get a good sense of what the house should be.
Should be sold at or appraised at.
Right, absolutely, and that's really just the tip of the iceberg. It's learning how to do, work MLS, and even the interactions. Now, with your interactions with prospective clients or current clients, is there anything that you've seen that maybe you didn't expect?
Just some of the conversations that people would say when they're introducing themselves. Some of the conversations are a little funny, but other than that, it's normal clientele that comes through that I've seen so far. Every now and then you have a rare person that kind of knows what they want, or I've seen this, I've done this before, or they come in and they have their own agent, so they just want to look, make a little. It's all right, but. That's the only thing that's been a little.
How has your approach been with those who maybe are already represented but are coming into the open house?
No, we've been inviting open arms. Come on in.
Right.
You're here by yourself, so your agent didn't come with you. So maybe there's a chance that you switch.
Right.
But you just try and be courteous, inviting, and hopefully you get to work with the agent that they're with, or they move on and come and hang out with me.
So it sounds like you take the approach of just serve who is in front of you to the best way that you possibly can, and ultimately, good things. Let's be honest, good things happen when you just do the right thing by the people that are in front of you.
Yep.
All right. So, gonna throw this at you here. Next year, 3 years, 5 years. Where does David see himself?
All right. So I want to see, and so next year, definitely want to be hopefully sold the house before that time and helped a few people along the way, and then with the timeline going, like I said to you before, I'm going to be looking into trying to get my associates brokerage, and that'll be almost year 3, and then by year 5, I just want to make sure that I'm financially stable and sound to do what I want to do, which is travel, hang with family. Just a little bit more financial freedom.
Awesome. Well, The dream is real, like we said, means so many things to so many people. For those of us that are agents that want to serve and build a good life for our families, that dream is certainly real as well. And I'm glad to be working alongside you. If somebody wants to get in touch with you, I think they'd be blessed for having you represent them in this manner. Let them know how to get a hold of you.
So you can hold of me by my cell phone. It's listed on Dream Realty, dreamselectrealty.com. My email is there as well. That's how you'll be able to reach me.
Awesome. So if you're listening and you want great representation, just call a Dream Select and ask for David Harrison. You can go to dreamselectrealty.com. You can check us out also on Instagram at Dream Select Realty, on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Dream Select Home. If you want to be part of this program, you can email us at hometeam@dreamselectrealty.com. And I want to thank you personally for tuning in once again. We're going to continue to bring you great content, so make sure that you like, share, subscribe. Again, turn on your notifications. You don't want to miss an episode. And don't forget, the dream is real. We'll see you next time.